Welcome again to Subs Lie, Dubs Lie, a comprehensive anime podcast. It's your boy Jay, aka Versace Vegeta, and I'm with my dog D.
What's going on, yo? It's your favorite brother D here.
Man, we are so glad to be back with y'all with session 9 of Subs Lie, Dubs Lie. It's been such a wild ride thus far, man, getting through all of these Dragon Ball movies. And we're really glad to be back with y'all yet again.
Best days. Really.
Truly, honestly. I look forward to this every single week.
For real.
It's something where, honestly, we put in work through this just throughout the week. Like just loving Dragon Ball in a natural way that we already do feels like it goes in and pours into this show. Yeah. But with that being said, man, always a good time working into this. But dog, how has your week been so far?
Yo, my week's been really good, yo. I've been trapped in the early 2000s. Like somebody dropped the English patch for Persona 2 Eternal Punishment.
Ooh, wee.
Like, yo, I just been trapped in the year 2000. I've been playing the hell out of that, yo. Like and it's so crazy now. Like, yo, you can just put these joints on your phone. So it's like I'm on the go playing this shit.
That's
like it's
dope.
great. Like, bro, it's nuts. Like it's been an adventure playing that shit, yo. Like playing that shit blind. Haven't played that, and like I haven't played that joint in like 15 years.
Okay.
Like 15 years. So it's like trying to remember the shit that I remembered as a youngin'. It's been fun, like super fun.
That's always the best part about diving back into a JRPG I've been playing forever.
Bro, it is so fun. And it's so different because like, yo, it's something about these games where it's like they were really harder back then than they were like they didn't really care about you at all. It's like, yo, either you knew how to play or you were just gonna have to suffer until you eventually cleared it. So it was a wake up call. Like it really reminded me of the good days because it's like, yo, when you beat something, you really feel good about yourself. Like it's not a breeze. It's not like I knocked this out. Nah, like no. Like when you put the thought and the effort and you use your gaming noodle while playing that shit. It's fun, and that story is it's fun. It's so fun.
Man, Atlas was in their bag back in the day.
Bro,
whether it was with the Shin Megami Tensei games or the old school Personas,
bro, they were really in their bag.
I'm difficult.
I'm wondering what happened, and I kind of know what happened.
They got bigger. More people had to play the games. So with a bigger audience, you have to make it to where people can play it.
Like
when they were a niche, they knew they could get away with that difficulty. That's a different conversation for a different day. But
for sure. But that's been it. Like just reminiscing on the good old days. I watched some Dragon Ball. Watched the movie in Japanese, which was crazy because I've been so used to watching this shit in the dub, which is very weird for me. Like I'm not actively seeking out dub stuff, but when the movie comes on cable every other day, like, who am I to fight it? Like,
that's so funny. It's very much the same for me. Like, I went back and watched this movie in Japanese this week because it, if you have Amazon Prime with Stars or whatever, like it's on, or if you just have Stars in general, Dragon Ball Super Broly is on there. The amount of times I've put on Dragon Ball Super Broly, the English dub, just to be like on because it's such an easy movie to watch. We'll get into it, I promise. But a bunch of times. That was how I went about it this week as well.
Like it was crazy. I was so used that for the first time I could say, yo, I was so used to the dub as opposed to the sub. It feels nasty saying that. Let me stop. But it's really cool. It was really cool. But just been like enjoying being in the 2000s and just watching Dragon Ball. Which it's still the 2000s.
That's so wild.
Like literally just trapped in the 2000s. So how you been, brother Jay? How you been?
We have such parallel experiences sometimes, bro. Because I've also have been trapped in the 2000s. I've been rewatching some of the Dark Tournament of Yu Yu Hakusho. I've been
Ooh.
rewatching some of the Cell Saga of Dragon Ball Z. I started at Piccolo versus Android 17, and I've just been
Ooh, that was
watching from that point on.
Great ass fight.
I also went back and I've done a little bit of a replay personally of Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden 2 and 3.
Ooh, that's that fire, baby.
Going back
That's
to, that early era.
Mm-hmm. Talk about a good ass soundtrack and good gameplay.
Yes, amazing soundtrack for those games, man. Kenji Yamamoto, yes, you were stealing, but boy, did you steal some great music to make some more great music.
That boy was stealing some heat.
It was really been a lot of fun going back and diving into those games. I have them both on my 3DS, so just been playing them, every now and again. Aside from that, dude, I've also been fully into. It's only 2 episodes out so far. Futo PI. That's FUUTO.
I have to get that watch. I've been
It's
seeing
the Kamen Rider double anime sequel, bro. Ooh. Listen, for all y'all that know your boy Jay, I'm a huge fan of the Tokusatsu. Kamen Rider, huge part of my life, and it for those who don't know, it's a live action series, basically very Power Rangers-esque, been around for over 50 years, but I digress. Mm-hmm. For the first time ever, we've got an anime sequel to one of the live action series. There was a manga sequel that came out a few years ago. We're getting an anime adaptation of that manga. Futo PI on Crunchyroll now. Y'all definitely need to check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a watch.
Brings the same energy as the live action show. Like, just those first 2 episodes, everything I'm seeing, I'm like, this is what I've always wanted. I always felt like they could do so much more with Tokusatsu if it was an anime, and they're doing that. They're doing more. Mm-hmm. It's dope, and you don't need to have watched the original series to pick this up. Like, it introduces you to the characters as if this is your first time seeing them. It gives you an idea that they've been around, but you don't need. There's not references that are going to go over to your head unless they're visual, and they're not important to the story. So it's really dope. Definitely recommend y'all check that one out.
I'm for sure gonna give
it. But like I just said here with D, man, definitely spend some time watching Dragon Ball Super Broly, the movie we are covering this week, 2018's release, man. I remember just how hyped this was when it comes to Dragon Ball Super. The anime was just coming to an end. We find out there's a movie on the way. By the end of that year, that movie comes out in Japan. Bro, such a huge time. I feel like as Dragon Ball fans, we've been riding that wave of excitement since this movie has come out. So much to the point to where a lot of that excitement even led to the birth of this pod. Because it's like, as big of fans of Dragon Ball as D and I are, it's this resurgence of Dragon Ball that keeps people excited. That folks like y'all wanting to hear about Dragon Ball, right? And riding that entire wave of excitement, I knew this would be the episode that I would want to do when I even thought about this show as an idea. Because this movie means that much to me. So without further ado, I'm ready to get into it, man. We are going to be covering none other than Dragon Ball Super Broly.
The planet we're heading to is called Earth. We'll find Vegeta and the other Saiyan there. I would like to see Broly's power in action against these two.
I assure you his strength is remarkable. You won't be disappointed. The prince will pay for what his father did to us.
I'll make you an offer. You're welcome to do whatever you please with Prince Vegeta. But the other one, Goku, is mine and mine alone to destroy. You and Broly will leave his death up to me. You're very well acquainted with the desire for revenge, so you'll understand that I want Goku's blood on my hands.
As you wish, sir.
With the destruction of planet Vegeta, 3 Saiyans were scattered throughout the universe, while 2 found a home on Earth. A third was raised with a burning desire for vengeance and developed an unbelievable power. Destinies collide as Goku and Vegeta find themselves up against a terrible, destructive force, Broly. Now, D, I know. You hear the word Broly, it strikes cold fear in your heart. How did you feel when we found out in early 2018, right before the anime was about to end for Dragon Ball Super, that the movie that was coming out was just titled Broly?
Bro, I thought we were going into the end times. Like we just finished, bro. We just. You can't do that to me, man. Y'all can't do that to me, yo. I'm sitting here like, bro, y'all did not end this series just to give me Broly. Like it felt like it was a two. It felt like a uppercut, two uppercuts from Mike Tyson. You're ending Super, and then you're gonna give me Broly.
Yeah.
Broly? First of all, Broly? Why him? Like, literally, out of everybody you could have brought back, I'm sitting there like, bro, somebody in Toei literally just, they up to something over there because why him? He's not special. To me, he's not. So I was really concerned, really down. I swore I wasn't going to watch the movie. Literally, I said I was not going to watch it. And it's funny because I lasted like a good couple of months before I gave it a chance. So
Yeah.
It was really scary. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared. I thought we were in end times. For real.
So, there was that point in time where we just got the visual for the movie, and that was all we had, right? There was that those first few months, basically from the point in time of Jump Festa 2018 back in December of 2017, where we first had the announcement for the movie, we were just told, yo, the 20th Dragon Ball film is on the way. It's like, all right, cool, yo, bet we got something new down the pipeline, right? As far as a theatrical release. From that point, March 2018 rolls around. We're given additional details regarding refreshed character designs. The key staff was announced. We had the official premiere date of December the 14th given to us, right? At that point, we also found out that we were going to have a whole new official film animator with Naohiro Shintani and the character designer showing a whole new design for Goku that was softer looked a lot more like Dragon Ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a bit of a teaser trailer back at that point where it just kind of showed Goku out in the ice getting ready to fight somebody, and you see somebody and kind of shows their fist clench, and like there's like clothing on them that kind of lets us know he's gonna fight a Saiyan because there was like a tail and everything it looked like. So this is pre us finding out that, it's going to be Broly. I remember I was at a point where I was like, who the fuck is this that they're going to fight against?
No, dead ass though. Seriously.
Like I swore I was like, okay, all right. Like all signs point to what? Like, is it a Saiyan from another universe? Because we just got the Saiyans in Universe 6. It definitely could be Saiyans somewhere else. There was a lot of fan theories saying it's going to be Yamoshi, the Saiyan that was mentioned in the Akira Toriyama interview that said he was the original Super Saiyan God. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I thought that's who I thought originally who they were gonna like. I thought they were gonna give us him as
you and me both.
Like I really thought so. I'm like, again, it's how many years removed have we been from Broly? Who really thought we were getting Broly? I really thought, we just had a move. We just had two movies about Super Saiyan gods, and we have this whole lore of the Super Saiyan God. I'm thinking they about to go hit us with some history. Like they about to give us the original Super Saiyan God. Like,
yeah. I really was like, whoa, we're about to go full in on some lore.
Like, literally.
And while they did.
They did.
It wasn't that level of lore, right?
Yeah. Like, I'm assuming they saving that for a rainy day. I hope they are.
I would hope so. I would
It's
like to think that everything Toriyama has mentioned offhand in interviews will one day matter. Like I want to hear
yo,
17 call 18 Lazuli one day.
yeah,
Just for the fuck of it,
for
right?
like literally, why? Like that's always been my thing. Why don't mention something once and then let it be that one time you ever hear that ever happen? Like, why give us this? Why give us that?
Like, when are we gonna hear them talk about S cells and shit? Like what did he bring all this up for?
Yeah, what was he cooking? Literally.
But I digress away from that, man. It was about 4 months before we would find out in July of 2018 that the official subtitle for the movie was Broly. And let's talk about, just how much they've gone away from that original like naming structure of Dragon Ball Z movies. Like it used to be like Dragon Ball Z, burn up, a hot, fierce battle.
Yo, some hot ass names, some cool ass names. I ain't gonna lie, for some mid ass movies. For real, right? For some mid ass movies, you got some cool ass titles. The garbage shit ever.
The world's strongest guy will punch a nigga in the face. Now movies are just Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods, Dragon Ball Z, Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Z, Broly. Dragon Ball Super Broly. It's like they're shrinking down. Just how many words do we need? Just at this point, we're just gonna tell you who the main character is. That's
basically it. We ain't got no time to give you some crazy ass name. Who got time for that? And I guess I appreciate it, but I miss a part of me misses that cool ass titles for the movies. I really do.
Yeah,
I get it. Simplification is. You just gotta make things more simple for the folks.
A god of destruction's clash. The Super Saiyan God arrives.
Some cool shit. That's what we really looking forward to. Get me hype. I know you guys show trailers a lot, and we're in the internet era where you can see the name really doesn't. You don't have to make the name sell the movie as much because we have you got a bunch of you have all the previews in the world thrown in your face. It's not like you gotta buy them either. It's not back then where you just said you want to see something about you go get Shonen Jump and you'll see them talk about it or you'll see a picture or whatever.
Exactly.
So I get it. Why go the extra mile when if they really need to see what they're watching, if they want to get hype, we got a bunch of trailers that spoil shit. Toei, I'm not forgiving y'all for that.
They spoil their own shit, for real.
They don't give a shit.
They also know, listen, why give you this long title when we know that all we have to do is say one name and it's going to get you in that damn theater? And it did. I mean, we're talking about from the fact that this movie released on December 14th, 2018 in Japanese theaters. Only less than a month later did it release in U.S. theaters on January the 16th, 2019. It later got 3 months later a Blu-ray release on April the 16th of that same year.
Crazy.
Between all of that, we're looking at a worldwide box office of $124 million, twice the amount.
Jesus Christ.
That Resurrection F made.
Wow.
And the first anime movie to be screened in the IMAX screens in the U.S. So again, 3 movies in a row, IMAX records, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's the bag.
Dragon Ball doing it worldwide, baby.
That bag.
Listen, Toriyama said, I don't need to do this. I was a millionaire before Dragon Ball. But you know what? We're going to give y'all 2 more. He just kept giving us 2 more for decades.
He did. That's crazy. That's literally insane.
It's wild to think, man. I mean, when it comes to making Dragon Ball Super Broly, they were planning this from at least early 2017. The producer, Akio Yoku, the head of Shueisha's Dragon Ball Room, said in an interview that in the spring of 2017, the movie's producers approached Toriyama with the idea of producing a new movie. They gave him a few different story suggestions, but Toriyama ultimately decided on revising Broly's story. He's quoted as saying, first, around the spring of 2017, we presented Toriyama Sensei with several suggestions for the movie. I believe there were also suggestions that weren't in his strike zone at all. But using what we threw his way as a reference, we got him to come up with the story. Akira Toriyama himself noted, so about Broly, I hear these days he's very popular not only in Japan, but also overseas. So based on that, those in charge asked, won't you have Broly appear in this next movie? So Toei was pretty heavy on Broly as an idea coming back. And that's pretty much proven considering that they were working on this movie around the time that the Universe Survival Story arc was beginning, around 2017, in February that year. Who shows up in 2017 in Dragon Ball Super, the anime? Kale, right? Like Toei has Broly on their mind at this point in time in order to sort of like introduce this idea to a new generation of fans and also throw a nod to those of us who have been around forever, right? Except they decided not to just say, hey, here's Broly, that guy you know from back then. They instead went with an entirely different take. And I want to know first, before we talk about any official news on this take, how do you feel, Dee, about Dragon Ball Super Broly?
It was really amazing. Crazy. I never thought I would say Broly would be good. But a Broly movie managed to be really great, which is insane because, like I've always stressed that Broly is a cancer to everything in Dragon Ball. But I guess when you have somebody competent writing somebody else, you're gonna get some good shit. Like apparently, like they had this in mind. Like they were gonna fix this motherfucker up. Did I didn't have any faith in. Like literally, I'll be the first person to say it. Like I did not have faith in none of these people. Like y'all said to Toriyama's like I'm like, does Toriyama really know about Broly? Like, does he really know the cancer that is Broly? Is he really gonna? Because we know Toriyama style. Toriyama's like, if something is cool, I'm gonna keep it the way how it is.
Yeah,
but he somehow fixed Broly in a simple way. Like he didn't even have to complicate anything. Like he just made him more of a sympathetic villain, which is cool. Because
hell, not even a villain.
Like he's not even a villain, really. He's just a misguided. Like he doesn't know better. And like that's not to say he's an idiot. Like compared to like the original DBZ Broly. Like literally, there's no way for him to know better. Like. He's not, as opposed to his fellow Saiyans that are alive and well, he didn't get the nurturing and the care or any form of rape. Like he didn't get raised as opposed to like Goku or Vegeta. Like he was in the trenches. Like that boy was on the island. Like he wasn't used to the fine dining. He wasn't used to anything good. So
yeah,
like that boy was really in the trenches.
And
so it's crazy.
It's really wild to think, us as fans, it's one thing for us to say, look, we're kind of reticent about Broly being a character that's brought back. Obviously, I very much love this new character. I think he's a great subversion on Goku, right? Like,
it's for sure.
What if a Saiyan kid was sent to somewhere far out, but was forced to live in the Saiyan way, far away from everything, right? Like and then just at the end for him to be as gentle as Goku, makes perfect sense to me. It's a great take on the character. Yeah, but there was folks even within Toei Animation who were like, Broly, you sure?
I'm in there too. The spirit of me is lying around in Toei, like, cause are you sure? Like, that's who you want to bring, bro?
So Tatsuya Nagamine, who works for Toei Animation, has worked a lot with Dragon Ball for decades. He was asked in an interview, Broly is even featured in the title of this new movie that's coming out. It will be his first appearance in quite some time. Please tell us what you thought when you heard about the premise for this film. And he goes on to answer, two of the previous films that feature Broly, movie 8 and movie 10, were directed by my mentor, Shigeyasu Yamauchi. He was an incredibly popular character with Yamauchi handling him. So when I first heard that Broly would be appearing again, I thought, this is bad.
Yo, he just like me for real. Oh, there's somebody with sensitivity. I love that. I love that.
He went on to say, however, compared to the Broly of the past, who wasn't written with much of a personality, this time Toriyama added much more dimension to his character, including a sense of innocence. And in the end, I was feeling really enthusiastic, thinking this will make Broly's popularity explode even more. Still, we did include some homages to the previous movies and the effects and such, which is definitely all over this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some scenes shot for shot are like, if you put them next to movie 8, it's right there. Like the scene where Dragon Ball Z Broly smashes Gohan's head through the building, and then Dragon Ball Super Broly smashes Goku's head through the ice. Like it's shot for shot the same, the way they transform and into the full power of Super Saiyan or Legendary Super Saiyan, the exact same. Like a whole lot of this is just nods to movie 8. But it's so cool the way that it's not movie 8.
Niggas were just shitting on Koyama. Yo, they just gave him a bone. Like, yo, we're gonna show you some scenes that you had the privilege of, getting to witness with your creation, and that's about it. Niggas just, this character got no personality, no nothing. Oh my God. That's how bad you are, bro. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're just, oh man. But it was really cool to see the side by, like, if you could do a side by side right now, if you watch or you listen to a pod, you could see the influence is there. It's a nice little homage to a garbage movie. But again, it is what it is.
And it resulted in a much more fascinating version of the character, a much more fascinating story. I mean, hell, Toriyama went out of his way to even include parts of Dragon Ball Minus as the beginning of the story, which, for those who don't know, it's a manga retelling of the events we knew originally as the episode of Bardock. However, instead of it being that original portrayal, we now have Bardock presented in the exact way he was presented in Dragon Ball Super Broly. We also get the introduction of Gine, Goku's mother, just like we do in Dragon Ball Super Broly. Basically, if you've never read Dragon Ball Minus, well, you've seen it. Yeah. If you've seen the first half of Dragon Ball Super Broly.
It's so cool.
Even working in Broly's backstory there, which
that was a nice little thing.
I, again, really loved that entire story of, instead of it being where Paragus was, Paragus and Broly were killed, Paragus is like, nah, look, I'm gonna go get my son because y'all are wrong for sending him for being this mutant strong Saiyan, and we gonna come back for y'all, Character motivation. Wow, what a twist.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought you can do that? You learn something new every day. I hope you were watching Koyama just to see it.
It's night and day compared to how the original movie was, and really, it's all the better for it. It's an original piece of storytelling within Dragon Ball. The animation stands out. I mean, listen, now Hiro Shintani,
he put his foot.
I applaud you. You put your whole fucking knee into this damn movie. I mean, obviously there was other animation directors that worked on it too.
We ain't gonna take much away from them. So
and yeah, we don't want to take anything. If you are credited in this movie, we love you.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that different animation directions that it takes, not only in matching the style of original Dragon Ball, matching the style of Dragon Ball Z, it even, you got key animators from One Piece, right? Mm-hmm. You got key animators from My Hero Academia on this. Yeah. Like that fight with Broly versus Gogeta towards the end looks just like My Hero. And it doesn't distract away from me at all.
Exactly. Ooh, that scene was dope. That's something you could play right on YouTube right now and never get tired of that shit. Literally.
Honest to God, you could just play the entire second half of this movie from the moment where it starts with Vegeta versus Broly all the way on out. That is as long as some Dragon Ball Z movies.
Yeah.
And without the backstory that you're given before that, is a better story than some Dragon Ball Z movies.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, man, I ain't gonna throw no punches at the trash that we covered. But yeah, second half of this movie, we got a bunch of movies in a chokehold. A lot.
You can hang this one up in the rafters for real. Like it's the look. I don't really like to speak too hyperbolically, but up until all of the movies that I have seen today, here in early August 2022, best Dragon Ball movie of all time.
Hell yeah. Literally.
It's the best one.
It is. It is.
You could show somebody who's never seen Dragon Ball
and that's the key.
This movie, and you could put them on. You could put somebody on who's vaguely reminiscent with Dragon Ball. Like they're like, oh, I know what a Saiyan is. I know what a Super Saiyan is. You can show them this movie, and they'd be like, oh, okay, I think I get it a little bit better.
Like, you're not gonna be clueless if you ain't even give Dragon Ball a mere look, much less a thought. You see this joint, and you'll get it right away. It's really good. It's really good. Very different from the others.
Beyond that, man. Like, I mean, there's just it's an event down to even the soundtrack, and it's so wild how Sumitomo, the person who composed the music for Dragon Ball Super, also composed the music for Resurrection F, also composed this movie. How does the same composer have so much range of flat, dull, almost uninspired music to this is what Dragon Ball's supposed to feel like? I mean, he creates an entire motif of Broly's theme throughout the movie that swells in certain points. It transforms into the battle music throughout the fight. It changes in certain ways. The way that during Goku and Broly's fight, that there's somebody chanting in the background.
Yo,
go Broly, go! It's just
shit was heat.
It makes you feel like this is a huge fight in ways that other pieces of Dragon Ball media. I mean, you know a big fight when you're seeing it, but it doesn't pull you in and make you feel like you're like pulling for both of these characters the way this movie does.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, the animation is just so much more flowy. It's not very stiff at all.
Mm-hmm.
Even seeing Goku kind of warm up, move his limbs around before he fights Broly. Impressive animation.
One of my favorite parts of the damn movie. He ain't really doing much. He's just warming up. Literally, he's just warming up. And it's still one of my favorite parts of the movie. So, y'all got an A+ on that department.
Not even just the action, the story, hell, even the comedic moments are all perfectly spot on. This is Toriyama's humor.
The plot of the movie is just hilarious. To get something so good out of a simple plot, literally. Do we all know why they going to this place for the Dragon Balls? For some dumb wish.
2 dumb ideas for wishes, bro. And I love how Bulma and Frieza's wishes is like, so you don't want nobody to know you making this wish.
Yo, this is so, like, it's so cool. Like, yo, It is so Toriyama that it's so Toriyama. That's his humor. That's his humor. Oh,
It's so Toriyama. He's in the damn movie himself, man. Listen, look at that character, Limo, Chilai's partner, the two new aliens members of the Frieza Force we were introduced to.
Yep.
The little guy with the beanie on his head. That's how Toriyama looks and dresses, with like a little beanie. You look at his face,
Yes.
compare Toriyama and put it next to a picture of Limo. They got the same face.
Yep, they do.
Like Toriyama is all throughout this movie. It's hilarious. It's just how much so. It's a nod to so much within Dragon Ball. Hell, even to movies that we recently covered, like movie 12. Gogeta's back. This is our first real introduction to Gogeta within the story proper. Of course, you know, by this point, everybody had known who Gogeta was from movie 12, from video games and such like that. But now we have an official introduction to an official version of that character. So dope.
Yeah, really dope. And funny.
I love oh man, the entire introduction of them doing fusion, getting it wrong a couple of times. Nice little nod to the whole Veku point. I'm glad they didn't make them have to fight this time.
Oh, I'd be sick. I'd be sick. I wouldn't like. I felt like even them doing like getting the technique right was kind of like they did it, like it felt a little bit too long. So if they would have fought in a failed version, I'd be sick. Yeah. So I'm glad we learned from. Don't do that, please don't.
Just so many little nods to their past movies. I love the fact that when they fuse, they're like, "What? So what would our name be? Gokuja, Vegeta, Gogeta? No, Gogeta. That's it. And then they leave, and Piccolo's just standing there like, "Bro, I don't care what y'all call yourselves.
Like, don't fight this guy, man." And it's funny seeing Piccolo because you know that's Toriyama's guy. So it's you gotta throw him in the movie, and it worked.
And also, shouts out to my man Piccolo for being realistic this time. Listen, last Broly movie, you know what I'm saying? He came in running on a damn spaceship and was like, "Hey guys, I'm ready to help."
Bro, oh thank God we finally had a good role for this man because he was just on a spaceship. No.
Like, he was realistic in this one. He was hanging back. He calls Goku telepathically and goes, "Hey, dog, you good? Because it don't seem like you good.
Y'all getting y'all ass whipped over there. Y'all good, bro? It's been a while."
He straight up says, like, "I wouldn't be able to help in this one. I just get in the way.
Yeah.
But I mean, say if you need me," and Goku's like, "Hey, I'll teleport to you if I need to." He's like, "Shit, if you gotta do that, that motherfucker is whooping y'all ass.
Hey, y'all better come through. Y'all better come through. Cause that man wanna kill y'all. We ain't with the little you niggas."
The little runaway of them having to fight, having Broly fight Frieza. I loved that part while they were learning fusion. Frieza was getting his shit rocked.
He was getting his shit pushed. and well deserved. He deserved that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Everybody who got their ass whooped deserved it. Paragon, he deserved that. I don't care. Even if it was fucked up,
he deserved that so much to the point, bro. I mean, the way Frieza got rid of Paragus.
That shit is funny as hell, bro. Yo, even in the English, I find it's crazy because in both versions, it's so good.
It's hilarious in both. The English, yeah. I'll let that rot here because it's too good to not include.
Broly, look! It's such a tragedy! Do you hear me? It's your father! He was killed by a stray energy blast!
Yeah, Frieza's just dramatic as all hell, man. I love Frieza's delivery.
He's full of shit, but he's so good. That's why he's in these. When niggas wondering why the hell do they keep on bringing Frieza back, bro? He is the embodiment of what Toriyama would want in a villain.
Yes.
He brings the comedic value. He's petty. That's Toriyama's bag. Like, let's not get it twisted.
Yeah, all his characters on 10. Even Beerus and Weiss, the little bit that they added.
Bro,
Uncle Beerus.
Uncle Beerus is really, that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy. Let's humanize Beerus more. Like, niggas want this guy, like, we know that he can put like we know about him. We know about his work. We know what he can do.
Yeah.
Let's see him a bit, see him relax. Niggas don't want to see, like, I'm of that oak where I was like, I really don't need to see much of people who we already know their status. We know that they can push shit, and so
exactly. He's not there to get involved. It's like, look, okay, this whole thing just happened to go down while he was there on vacation, practically.
Yeah, and it's like a moment, like, yo, just watch the baby.
It's like, there ain't no food down there in the ice continent anyway. So
what the fuck is he gonna be eating? Ain't shit for him there. And also, it was funny seeing Weiss like doing a little Scrabble.
Oh yeah, like, yeah, just kind of dodging.
He don't,
like,
he don't,
see what you about.
We know he could put. He could put Broly in the ground in like 2.5
easily.
Well, he just like he's really of that. This is not my business. This ain't my fight, my niggas. Yeah. It's simply not my shit. I'm not about to break no rule at all for you motherfuckers. I'm just trying to eat. And that's good. This is good. This is what we need more in Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. This level of just heart into the characters, the presentation. Again, like this. If you're looking for anything other than us gushing about Dragon Ball Super Broly,
I'm sorry we can't.
I'm sorry, I really don't have nothing else to deliver you this week.
I'm sorry we can't shit on it. Like, I can't be like, it's what do you want? Like, there's some scenes, like I said, the whole fusion. I get it for comedic purposes. Like, yeah, you gotta stall it out a bit, but what is what it is. But that's about it. I ain't really got much to say. Yeah. Like, I ain't really got much to say. Like, they on the check mark list for what makes a Dragon Ball movie really good, they done check this shit twice. And double check
3 times.
This shit got it got an S rank, a Z rank, correct?
Yeah, a Z rank for sure.
Give it an S rank. This is a Z ranked movie. It's really good. There ain't nothing. Like, what do you want me to say? That this should have been the Broly that we've gotten.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, this is like, who would have thought?
Right. But I mean, to the fact that we finally get to see Vegeta go Super Saiyan God in animated form, we finally get a what if Broly was really in the story. Guess what? It's better than you ever would have guessed it would have been.
That's crazy.
So much, man. Really, really love it. Hell, when did Frieza take over the Saiyans? You finally get that answer.
Exactly. I think it just came, that whole part. A lot of people say, like, and it's funny to me. Like, people say, like, they didn't really care for the beginning, first 30 minutes. Nigga, I enjoy the shit out of that.
Bro,
give me all of that.
It's lore, bro. What you don't want lore?
Niggas want to see. Niggas want to hear.
You know what? That's the problem, bro. Is people want I am the defender of the universe. And it's just like, okay, bro. If you want that, then go watch early 2000s Funimation dub all day, bro.
Like,
nobody can take that from you. But over here, we on real Dragon Ball hours.
We need that. We need this. Y'all can have the dark hours, the dark side of the DBZ realm. You can have that. You want to have that? Go ahead. Wear it. Wear it on your neck, bro. Rock that shit like a chain. That's your era. You took part of that.
And that's fine. I grew up there too.
I dabbled in it. Didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have enjoyed it.
It's better on this side though.
Hell yeah. We got real senzu beans out here. We here. We enjoy
Hell.
we enjoying it over here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, if y'all want the dub making that shit, go to hell. That's fine. There's a place for you. But I will tell you, here, the dub only fucks up one time and you can look over it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's so
Like,
this movie's so good. The dub couldn't fuck it up. Like no matter how, like it was impossible for it to fuck it up.
yes. Literally, they make up one little flub of a line. Other than that, everything else is a we don't have to say so many words from Japanese. And that's what I expect of any dub.
Yeah, like literally.
This movie is so spot the fuck on, bro. I mean,
simple,
there's
to the point.
It's very, very simple and straight to the point, while giving you depth of a character that never had any.
That nigga was literally. You took Broly, who had no substance besides being an idiot. Again, like I said, who does not contribute nothing to the story. You turned him into a positive. That's 5 stars right off the bat just for doing so. That's amazing. How did you make somebody feel sympathetic for Broly?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. I didn't want that. When I thought Gogeta was about to, I was kind of concerned. I really thought Gogeta was really about to put this nigga in the dirt. I'm like, whoa, bro, he don't know better. He don't know better. And which makes the ending even perfect. That shit was good. And especially when Frieza's like, oh, he about to be on King Petty shit and just blow up this. That's some real Frieza shit right there. And Gogeta literally stopped that shit from happening. Real good shit. That was really good shit.
Really great. Great portrayal. Great movie all around, man. Again, no more to be said.
Yeah.
We love Dragon Ball Super Broly on this side.
Great movie. Broly was really good. Who would have thought I could say that? Broly was really good. This is why we got to differentiate these Brolys. We got the real Broly, this Dragon Ball Super Broly over here, and we got the fake Broly over there at DBZ headquarters. We don't associate with that, man. We don't even know. That's not my Broly.
Hashtag not my Broly,
yo. Y'all can have that idiot. That's the nicest way I could put it. Y'all can have that idiot. We don't want him over here. Never again. Or shoot, if you want him, go ahead and rewatch the movie 8 or some shit. I won't. You tell me about it. Tell me how much you enjoyed it.
So D, when it comes to this new Broly, obviously we're at a point now where in current Dragon Ball media, he's hanging around as a character. He's going to be around still. Yes. We even have him showing up with appearances in Dragon Ball Super Hero. So I ask you, just to end it on some fun, what are some scenarios that you want to see this new Broly presented within? If we're going to keep him around as a new character, we got 3 main full pure Saiyans now.
Yes, sir.
What do they do with this new Broly?
This nigga got to be the defender of the earth now. Fuck it. Him and Oob. Make it happen.
Okay.
Make it happen.
Okay.
Because he has potential. He's clearly stronger than... If it took 2 of the strongest warriors on the goddamn planet to merge together just to beat this nigga, clearly that nigga got some crazy potential. And just like with Oob, he's there, he's chilling. He's chilling. Niggas didn't forget about him. He's chilling. He got mentioned in the manga and in the anime, if I recall. So he's there. Have these niggas be the mantle. You can finally move these other characters that we know we love Goku, we love Vegeta, but let a Saiyan defend the Earth, and let a somebody who's an Earthling, somebody who identifies that as an Earthling, defend the Earth. That's which is crazy. Goku he considered himself an Earthling at some point before he, admitted that he's a Saiyan on Earth. And you got Vegeta, who's a defender of the Earth, who's a Saiyan.
Yeah.
Have this too, have these, we got some shit working along. We got some.
That would be exciting.
Literally, once Vegeta masters his form of training, have Vegeta keep him under the wing, and Goku, he'll have another protege as opposed to Goku, whose protege will be Oob. Yeah, make it work. Y'all can make some magic out of that. For real. And
personally, I think that's a really good take, having him being someone who goes on the training expedition with Oob, especially if we're going to keep Broly around as a character. I think it's a really cool move to have Goku and or Vegeta training him.
Yeah, because that's the way how they get in the. That's how. Look, he's the only original Saiyan left.
Yeah.
Besides,
I would like to see an arc where, and I know it's the typical cliche Dragon Ball thing to do, but I would like to see an arc where shit gets bleak, right? Goku done got stabbed in the heart twice.
Give him a heart disease again.
and Vegeta done got both his lungs pierced and he can't breathe. And Gohan out there, he did his thing but got his beat down. Piccolo did his thing, got beat down, and nobody else is there to do anything. And then suddenly Broly shows up.
Hell yeah. That could work.
And we got to have an arc ended by Broly saving the day. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see some shit like that. I know, again, it's the typical Dragon Ball thing to do, but I want to see that.
Yeah. It's a character who's getting slid into a new role. So we gotta put him in the same old shit category. Who cares?
Yeah.
This is the one time where it's excusable. Hey, give him the treatment. So he can
let him have the ultimate Gohan save, just this time successful.
Oh hell yeah! Because all you gotta do, which makes when you add Broly to the equation, now you really have to add a really really big threat, because we already know. Okay, Goku got his form and Vegeta got his form. If them niggas not there and Broly gotta be there, that means that the threat is really, really, he's really about that. And we need that. Raise the stakes up a bit. We need an arc where our Earth's defenders are not there. Literally not there. How in Resurrection of F, these niggas are training and it took, have them stay there. No contact. Fuck the gods. I don't care. Don't let we say shit. Let him be neutral. As he's supposed to. Don't inform him of shit, because that ain't his job. All he is a sensei. Let him be a sensei. He have nothing to do with them niggas. That's not his planet. So, y'all can make it work.
I'm here for that.
Y'all can make it work. For real. And y'all gotta
give my man some God key training. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what you got to do.
Man,
I don't care,
I'm at the point of Dragon Ball is just I'm more some Toriyama shit. As long as it's some cool shit. As long as it's cool and makes sense, I'm with it. For real. Because again, Goku was as a character. I was literally, he was more so about keep passing on the torch. This is not my time. He was saying that so much in the Majin Buu arc. It's not for me to do something. It's for you guys to do so. So let's have him keep that same thought. It's not my time. Let the new protectors of the Earth, aka Broly and Oob, let them do something. And it works, because they can be two, literally. What is stopping you
from making Broly, Goten, and Trunks team up?
What is stopping you from making Broly Goku 2.0? As he learns how to finally interact and be a sociable being. What is stopping? Because he's literally Goku, in my opinion. He's just Goku. It's a what if of Goku. That was the whole. That really.
It's a subversion of Goku.
Exactly. What is stopping him from being Goku at all? Like, you could slop him in that role. Swap him in there. He got potential to be a plus in the story going forward. He don't gotta be a one-off. Well, he isn't a one-off because we already know he'll be included in something. So
yeah, but at the same time, like, it's just it would
we don't want no
very interesting takes they could go on.
We don't want no minor shit. I don't want him in let him do something for real. So we got some potential. Like when Dragon Ball movies do a good thing, I want to see a continuation of that.
And that's all we got here is so much more of a good thing. Honestly,
like this is not DBZ Broly, where it's like, okay, you added this nigga, keep that nigga off the screen. Like, no, we have a good Broly here. We got a good character. Throw him in a plot, and we cooking. Which was my if you people are reading the manga, it's like I'm sitting there like, bro, where the fuck is Broly?
When are we gonna get some Broly?
Where the fuck is Broly? That's been my biggest problem. Like, yo, and I get it. Like, niggas want to say, "Oh, the movie is a form." It's like niggas just want to get into semantics and shit. Like, no, bro, you included him in the story. Yeah. I'm not this big canon. I'm not one of them guys. I don't really care. But if he's
the biggest Dragon Ball games got both Brolys. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You think Dragon Ball cares about canon when they're presenting stuff to us?
Like, they don't give a shit. Just throw the nigga in the damn story because I'm not one of those people that want to see them once. You mention them once or you show them one time and then that's it. Like, no, let's break free from that. If it's shit, I get it. But this is not shit. This is not garbage, bro. Like, we got not something going. You can't have an arc about Saiyans. No. As we go forward in Dragon Ball, I want to see Broly included in an arc. And if he's not in there, I'm complaining.
Dubs lie going straight to Toei and Shueisha and all that.
I'm adding. I'm throwing ads.
Toyotaro?
Yo, I'm throwing.
You don't want us to have words with you, my boy.
You know about me and you, brother man. So don't even get me started. We have a good thing going. Let's not ruin it. Please add my boy in the plot. Please. That's all I ask. I don't ask you for too much besides a good story, a sensible story. Add my boy Broly, and we could really be cooking. Please, I beg.
Man, that's all we need, man. It's just something more of this character. And I know, listen, for going on almost 3 decades now, fans like Dee and I, we've asked for so much when it comes to presenting characters from Dragon Ball movies into Dragon Ball. And it's been really a great ride to have gone throughout all these Dragon Ball films that have been released since the original, man. We're at a point where we've covered every film that's been released in the Western world up to this point, man. And it's been such a damn ride. But keep in mind, we still got some time before Super comes out, and we said we not stopping until Super comes out.
No breaks.
So, with that said, we're going to follow up next week with something a little special.
Hey!
You know, there's a couple of pieces of Dragon Ball media. A lot of people, when talking about them, they call them Dragon Ball Z movies. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
We got them as VHSs separate to themselves.
Y'all sold it to me as a movie. What you mean it was a special?
But Dragon Ball Z, Bardock, the father of Goku, and Dragon Ball Z, the history of Trunks, are TV specials. They're aired in Japan as TV specials. We're going to get into that next week, but they're TV specials. So that's why they're not movies. That's why we can't call them movies. But next week, we will be digging in to those classics. So You know what I'm saying? Congregation, if you please get out your VHS and get your episode of Bardock and get your History of Trunks and join us as we get into these Dragon Ball Z TV specials next week. We're really excited to get back with these before we get into Dragon Ball Superhero. But until then, man, we are so glad to have brought y'all Dragon Ball Super Broly this week. It's your boy Jay.
Ooh, it's your boy D.
And we out of here, man. Y'all take care of yourselves.
Jana.
Peace.